Greetings everyone, my name is Ederville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In today's morning live stream, I'll be covering a combination of both Spin levels and other levels I found online, primarily focusing on the former. I'll be covering levels for about 90 minutes to 2 hours, then showcase art, and on a separate stream, memes plus reacts. Welcome to stream Hyper, Jidok, Pixelboy, Jaden, Oscarm, all the watchers on Twitch, and anyone else who I missed. Glad to see all of you here. Anyways, first on today's lineup is Checkmate Man, MMU 13, Pond Palace by Neko Dave, 15 plays, score 0. Bergen Truckin'. Important note about streams this week. Tonight, I decided I'll be streaming the finale of Bat Boy. I realized I would prefer if you all react to it and we can discuss the game in general. So yeah, tonight, Bat Boy's finale, and tomorrow morning is the continuation of Saints Row 4. As 30XX is releasing next week, next Sunday, I will begin my I will do my first stream of 30XX. Where are you moving to, Oscar? If you're okay with sharing. Like chess. But replacing with the platforms. As someone who's basically 100% the game, it's not as good as Shovel Knight. These are the hovers. I don't recall exactly what game the water and lava hovers originate from, but I like them. New apartment building, I see. That still counts as an enemy, so... I think it's decent. But Shovel Knight is a whole level of utter quality more. I don't have any issues with Bat Boy's moveset or controls. It's more to do with the level design and expansiveness of the world. Because Bat Boy also feels like a far less expansive title. I missed something. Well, I didn't miss it, I just didn't have it. Nice. Oh, certainly. I still say that's a decent title. But if I had a choice between playing that and Shovel Knight, I'd always pick Shovel Knight. Like, Shovel Knight is a good platformer, whereas Bat Boy, I say, is an decent one. Yep, rest in peace, Paul Rubin. Hi, Ulrich. Well, they used to talk about it a lot more, but this channel doesn't really This channel and its associate community doesn't really talk about Game Maker RPGs. Not Game Maker, RPG Maker RPGs. Sorry about that. But we can discuss it more tonight when I do the finale of it. There's only one stage and the ending. I want to finish it by Monday. Well, I'll be finishing it tonight because 30XX is releasing this Wednesday, so I need to free up that slot. You know, this is one of Dave's legitimately fun levels. Legitimately fun all the way through, I gotta say. I mean, some of their boss fights are enjoyable, but the idea of using the hovers and fighting enemies like this is pretty engaging, actually. Oh sure, it can be done a lot better, and we've seen better uses of them. See Wabo Wood and 2 other level designers, but it's fine. And this was the second, and that was only the first half. Heck, it even includes freezing and unfreezing the molten slag. So Neko Dave is actually making some improvements after quite a few levels. Regardless, good job. Although I think the stage could have ended after the halfway point, to be honest. The best part of the stage involved the lava and stuff. Hey, Fridge. Got the fire. Ah, good. Back to the enjoyable part of the stage. What happened? Oh, no checkpoint there. I tried to do a jump and something went wrong. I know. With Maker, it's so fun to create levels. Meanwhile, in my perspective, I love the second half of Shovel of Hope more than the first half. Regardless of which half of the Shovel Knight you're playing as in Shovel of Hope, it has more creative designs than Bat Boy. Hey, Robin Jack. There should have been a checkpoint here. There's enough distance between what happened before and now. Oh, that's what happened. Hitbox descended into the lava. My suggestion would be to place a checkpoint after the battle against Cold Man. We don't need to have to refind if you fail there. Also, my other suggestion would be to take out the section before you get the fire. Take out the section after you defeat the first boss, after you defeat the first boss, and before you get the firestorm. That was the most boring part of the stage. And this is still lacking a proper climax with the hovers, I'd say. Like, 1/3 of the stage can be removed and nothing much would be lost. Yeah, I got cornered. Yeah, music, obviously, shovel. It's not a loop on loop, but the last third of the stage kind of rhymes with the first third. It's still one of Dave's better stages, but honestly, the second third can be removed and nothing of value will be lost. I get making the stage longer, but it's already 4 to 5 minutes long without it. Or, that's sufficient in my book. Victory! And we got a fork. Still, I gotta say this is better than pretty much all of Neko Dave's stages, so they are making improvements, but my suggestions still stand. Remove the section of stage that takes place after defeating the first boss and preceding the Firestorm collection, because the best part of the stage involves the hovers. And put a checkpoint after you defeat Fridge Man, aka Cold Man. Not legitimate good, but legitimately decent. Still has a long ways to go, but at least I can say I had fun playing this. Yeah, with Sammy Roll, I can say that most of the tracks at least felt fun and somewhat memorable to listen to. But with Bat Boy, unless I'm gearing up to play the game or played the game recently, I don't really find any of the tracks be memorable outside of maybe the main title theme. Shame. They're not bad tracks, but they're just not as catchy or memorable. I mean, I think in general I'd say that Sammy Roll is a better game than Bat Boy. But then again, I've played far more 2D action platformers than 3D momentum platformers, so I'm harsher with the former rather than the latter. And to be fair, the latter has a more freeform design anyway. Is it normal for level packs to be in development for 5+ years? Most level packs are done within 1 or 2 years, especially if they're made in Maker. But I've heard of one person, I don't remember the name right now, who took over 3 years, and another which is still under development. But yeah, if you're a game dev, 3 to 5+ year development times is nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, from what I've heard, Gravity Circuit is a good game. So in other words, I will play that in the future, probably medium to far future. Okay, this aside, second up is Rotatron Coaster Fight by Oscar, 74 plays, score 27. Rotatron originates or hails from Sonic Colors. Come back. I don't have laser, so I'm gonna have to do this the classic way. Of course, I can also just do this. And it get despawned. Whoops. Need healing. Yeah, this is a lot harder than that fight. For one, this is a lot more tanky. I kind of wish there was more platforms for this too. Victory, Welp. Fun battle, although I'd probably place... maybe, maybe not. I understand why you did that. Number 3 up is World 6 Extra Level Beam High Security Violet Patio, 77 plays and a score of 22. Alright, time for a hard one. More Bergen truckin'. Eventually it'll turn red. Eventually it'll turn yellow and red. Oh yeah, if I didn't have base... Ah, full healing. The easy button. Darn it. And of course, no checkpoint there. I should have taken the life pickup down there. Why is this delayed? Nope. Oh yeah, damage boosting. Ah, that's the strategy there. I see. Look at that cog. Yep, here comes the yellow force beams. Ow. Yes! No damage. No double damage, I mean. I'm surprised you're the first one to notice, Sylveon. And yes, I will replace the X symbol eventually. As in, by tonight. Probably with the actual symbol, but we'll see. I just prefer the original Twitter symbol. Oh. I thought I switched it. That's fine. I much prefer the original Twitter symbol anyways. It's so much more iconic. Excuse me, X. At this rate, Robin Jack, I wouldn't be surprised. And I hope so too, Buster. They're completely throwing away the brand recognition. Oops. Yeah, too close. Or like the 5 other adult-themed websites, Sylveon, with X. It's really laughable on that front. Mellow yellow. Let's see. Beams pointing left move, whereas beams pointing right don't. You're right. With going from left to right, it just feels like more of the sprites being uncovered. But with going from right to left, it looks like the sprite itself is physically moving to the left. Interesting. Okay, we made it. Ah, just damage boost. Safer without doing it. Oh, yeah. Now this is scarier. Oh no. Excuse me. %, sure. If that's your standard for being no hope for humanity, I have a bridge to sell ya. Almost made it. Because if that's the stupidest thing you can think of, or at least for that, then, you haven't seen the worst. Ah, that actually wasn't that bad, especially damage boost. I mean, when I say stupid, I mean people doing stupid things. And I count... Oh yes, and that's the second half of it, Robin Jack. I count racism as part of his stupidity. And it is infuriating. I do agree. Anyways, red beams. This is the Lapadia stage, so this was gonna come eventually. And I missed the death block. going back to the main point, yeah. I want to keep the original Twitter, or site formerly known as Twitter, the symbol as it is a lot more memorable, and no one actually noticed the difference, really, right now. Yeah, on-off fuse lasers. Oh my... What? What does... Does it want me to do this? It does. That's been part of the editor for a while. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I just wanted to close that off as I didn't give my final take on that. Jeez, now both ways. You mean different damaging fuse lasers? I don't think I want instant dead fuse lasers, to be honest. Nope, it's not Kaizo yet. At best, it's Diet Kaizo. Negation fuse beams. That would be neat. Hey Wawawood, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is like Lapatio normal hard. You should see Lapatio hard levels. I'd call those Diet Kaizo. Now those, if you want to go to true Kaizo levels, you're gonna have to look at stuff like Captain Pollution. Whoops. I think I have to use this. Or I can use Super Arm. Let me try. Okay, I forgot you could do this. And then it'll float up. I think I've seen it used once, but never in a level itself, or never in a level I played myself. Speaking of stuff that is Diet Kaizo-y, some of these are tight squeezes. The Waterworld one? Did they use it when traveling upwards? I can't easily tell where to... because it blocks my head. Made it! Hardest part was the fuse laser section at the end, where you have to use the block to block the ceiling and then put the blocks in the spikes. Otherwise, it's on the upper end of normal hard for Lepadio tier. Fun, difficult, engaging stage. Currently my favorite level of the episode. Good job. Yeah, that would have been funny and kind of raging. So far levels have been solid, if a bit rough at times. Yeah, I'd like to see a fuse cross those extenders could take one block of editor space and just point in one direction. Like, imagine a fuse laser that only points diagonally downwards. You can funnel players more easily like that. Hey Lepadio, just finished your stage. Okay, Pokemon Kaizo, jump left with Chlorophyll, permanent sun boosting, no weather changing movability. Oh, I see. Yeah, for more difficult stages, or stages with more instant death hazards, I tend to prefer if there's more checkpoints. It's better to have slightly more checkpoints than necessary, than slightly less checkpoints than necessary. Or, it's better to be more generous with checkpoints than overly stringent. Yep. Board up is Monsoon Man, Terror of Turbulence by Wawa Wood, 22 plays and a score of 4. Alright, Saltwater's time to shine again. Maybe. Ah, I missed a different route. How did they change the music? NSF replacements. Yep, I realized it. This is important for this part of the stage. Hey Zen, welcome. And now it's raining out. Slowly descending into the facility. I still hold that Saltwater should either get an ammo buff, a cost nerf, or a damage buff. Say kaboom to the station. Ah, it leaves bubbles. That's the trick. Most stages don't really take advantage of this fact. Ah. Let's see, Fireman in Mega Man 1 doesn't jump. Chargeman doesn't jump, Topman doesn't jump. Weapon changes in Maker. I'm a bit hesitant to buff the Tornado Blow because it's a screen clearing weapon, so it becomes stronger with more enemies on screen. Plus, it also acts as a utility weapon, increasing your jump distance. Are fire and electricity good to mix? Sure. Saltwater used to be better in World 5 because of the small screen real estate and the slightly slower gameplay, or slower game speed. But in Maker, it's outclassed by even a Mega Buster in most scenarios. And the art can be kind of a hindrance too. Especially as you can only have one saltwater out at a time. If you throw saltwater and it breaks into tree puddles, you have to wait for those tree puddles to dissipate before you can throw another saltwater glob. Maybe increasing the max to 2 could help. Yeah, even Waterway is better, because if multi-hits, it actually has better DPS, and underwater it's a beast. Like, Water Wave is already... Even outside of water, Water Wave is better than its version of Mega Man 5, because you can use it in midair and it'll fall. But underwater just turns into a shotgun, which absolutely wrecks face. There's only a few weapons underwater which are better, or as good, like the drill bomb or the multi-hit weapons. Could be worse. You could end up being like the... could be worse. You could suffer the same fate as the Needle Cannon, or Spark Shock. Needle Cannon in Maker is basically a nerf from its original version. And Spark Shock is about as good as it was originally, which is not good. This was a fun stage overall, although playing it right next to Beam High Security is kind of... I prefer that stage even though it was more difficult. Speaking of wind... Bye. Spark Shock is slightly better in Maker because multiple enemies existing doesn't invalidate its existence. True, you're right on that. I get what... In other games, I can think of multiple scenarios where stun is very useful, but in Maker, and actually Mega Man Classic in general, stunning is going to be more of a niche category unless it's combined with something else, I gotta say. Like Ice Slasher and Maker, it's awesome. And theoretically, being able to do Ice Slasher plus damage over time would be fun. But in most scenarios that isn't really necessary. And of course, Ice Slasher has more utility focuses too, as it can freeze up stuff. Environmental stuff. And yeah, Ice Slasher was pretty much... I gotta say that Ice Slasher in the Mega Man Classic series is outright one of the best ice weapons, period. Frankly, it was a little bit too powerful. Yeah, I think I'd do something like that. That way you can differentiate it from the Ice Slasher. Like, frozen enemies can still harm you, but the stun enemies you can walk past safely. Anyways, about this stage, great use with the rising and lowering water. I mark this as being my honorable mention. I'll be right back in a moment. And I have returned! Fifth up is Vanilla Sky Tower by Jinox74. 69 plays and a score 25. Nice. Ran out of battery 56%. Okay. Yep. Welcome to Cloud Tower. Or Cloud Building. Oops. Yeah, I screwed up. So what games have you been playing this week? I've been playing Batboy for the LP, as well as getting back into Terraria. Gosh, that game is super fun. Up and at him. Easy. And now we have snowy clouds. Yeah. I've been getting back into Terraria. Really fun game. Especially in multiplayer. How do I grab this? Oh yeah, back down there. I'm currently playing Large World with some friends. We're gonna be finding Skeletron next, and probably Wall of Flesh. Ah, tapped my foot against it. I mean, my Steam profile is public, so... Once I'm done with this playthrough, I'm gonna go back and play either the Toria mod or Calamity. Calamity looks really exciting. Do I take work in progresses? Yep. Just 2 weeks ago I did a work in progress stage. Oh no! Get me out. That wasn't that hard. There was plenty of time. Second cloud cluster, done. I'm gonna take a gander and assume your weakness is flowers. No? Reflection then? Yep. Cloud number 2 completed. Well, it's a vanilla sky tower, but I'd like to tinker traveling between several cloud-based buildings. And this is a dark stormy cloud, so this must be the end. Gimmick. Me failing to jump. Sorry, now if people are joining in. I will eventually finish that, don't you worry, but... You know, other key games. The birthday games. Birthday requests. That's why I'm always hesitant when playing longer strategy. This is why I'm always hesitant with playing longer games that aren't 2D action platformers or Metroidvanias. Or some roguelites too. Like 30XX is going to be at least a few episodes long. And I will try doing multiplayer there because multiplayer in 20XX was very fun. I will formally finish that LP too, giving my overall thoughts on the game. And of course Saints Row 4, which also supports multiplayer, but... yeah. Happy birthday in advance, Paul. Easy, normal, hard, I see. White puffy cloud, snowy cloud, and stormy cloud. Get stuck in his turbines. A decent stage, fun, straightforward, not too difficult. Maybe some of the challenges could be introduced better, but think of it more like a Fortress stage. Fun. Next up is Forgotten Fortress Trash Bomber by Komodo the Dragon. 15 plays and a score of 4. Let's see, after Saints Row 4, or in the middle of Saints Row 4 to be fair, I will get back a little. I will host a multiplayer session of Team Fortress 2. Maybe I'll check out one of those community servers which has more than 32 players at most. Seeing as Valve opened up support for up to 100 players on a server. And of course, I'm gonna start up the 30XX LP on Wednesday, or Thursday, and stream it on Sunday. What happened? And of course, sometime in the future is a Bobo's Big Adventure. Future as in later this year. Shining Force 1 may be completed this year, I'm not sure. If for some reason I couldn't advance forward to the next screen, I was holding right, it didn't let me go. So I thought I have to go down that path. What kind of suffering? I already turned off voice chat or VoIP over there because of... safety. Maybe I'll have 1 or 2 X levels, we'll see. Based on my experience of 8 or 9, I think I'll pass on that. 13 has already seemed to be a lot better than the rest already. Not sure what to say about this stage. It was going somewhere with the sand and outsides, then it, ended. So at least for this year, I do want to finish the LP as Saints Row 4, Saints Row 4, A Bobo's Big Adventure, part of 30XX because they'll probably put more expansions, 20XX at least giving my overall thoughts on that in respect to what else happened. Maybe Shining Force 1? I'm not sure. Bat Boy, but that'll be finished very soon, as in tonight. Formally on Monday. And, well, something else has been in the recording stages. It'll be posted soon enough. And 2 other games. Ah, alright. Alright then. Seventh up is Rockbot Redone DaisyBot by Robowser, 12 plays, score of 2. Already prettier. I played Rockbot on stream and I thought it was... mediocre. Mediocre and kind of boring. Outside of a few spots. Emphasis on mediocre. Oh. DaisyBot stage, just like the rest of the bot stages, were pretty bland and boring, and didn't really make use of their mechanics, if any. And the fight against DaisyBot herself, or themselves, was... hilariously easy. Like, imagine Chargeman if he was easier. And of course, broken hitboxes. Of course, then we can also talk about how Rockbot may have quote-unquote borrowed stuff from Mega Man. Wink wink nudge nudge of borrowed. And tried to pass it off as their own original IP. There's that whole kerfuffle with that. That's why I still list it as being more of a fan game in my tracker. Despite what they say. And of course, graphics from other stuff too. When I say very mediocre, I think a better way of saying it is mediocre at best, emphasis at best. Because even if I say that, it was very boring. One of the most boring fan games I actually played of Mega Man Classic. Like, despite my complaint criticisms of 42 and, Mega Man vs. YouTube, Mega Man vs. Mega Man OP 1 and 2. At least with OP2 versus YouTube to some degree and 42, those are more entertaining. Like, the closest thing I can think of Rockwot would be Mega Man OP, as that was also rather boring. Maybe with the exception of the Forter stage, so that is one improvement there. I understand it's supposed to be joke games, but... And the designer did improve with versus YouTube and OP2, so there's that. Mario Obsessed is currently on hiatus, working on other fan games and stuff, and I don't blame him. Yeah, versus YouTube, 1 and 2 definitely more funny. And yeah, even Perfect Harmony is more creative, despite it having horrific balance issues. But yeah, you're not the first one to say I'm overly generous. I tell myself that. I don't even know what Rockbot 2 is doing, and I'm not inclined to play it. From what I've seen, it doesn't really improve over 1. Oh yeah, excuse me, Rock Droid 2. Yeah, I wish there was an OP tree or YT2, at least for the goofy factor. Anyways, 8 up is Lava Train Stowaway Work in Progress by Buster. 2 plays and no score. Oh. Because these are enemy hovers, if I destroy the enemies on top of them, they'll descend back into lava. And of course, as is a work in progress, we have the classic Cutman tiles, which you can never escape from. And these act like Mega Man 1 death spikes, so any dip in the lava, and we're immediately molten slag. Thank you, little firemat. It's a little bit too close for comfort there. Oh gosh. Should have just rushed forward. It's physically possible to die of boredom. I'll need a source for that. Ouch. Yeah, it's a shame versus YouTube 2 got cancelled. I mean, the OP series has a lot of issues, but it was still somewhat engaging to play. It's far from being the worst fan game I've tried out. Loads of fire, keep running. And now we have our own hover. No, this is ours. Don't steal it. Yes! Was Dark Resistance even ever completed? Let's go! No, the other way. Let me through. Don't snipe me. Fireman over the molten slag of lava. GG! Fun idea of a stage where sometimes you have to hijack the hovers, sometimes you don't want to destroy the hovers or the enemies on top of the hovers, etc. Still unfinished. I don't like to rate the resistance in the same way as it was never finished. And it feels more like a tech demo, really. Or a demo. Okay. Could you DM me the link to the article, Sylveon? I'd like to read more into that. Research over the last decade has shown that boredom alone won't kill you. However, long-term boredom may increase your risk for an early death. This is because boredom may increase stress hormones in the body, which can lead to a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. It is physically possible to die of boredom. That statement is a bit misleading, your initial statement. A better way to phrase is that it is being bored increases your chance of dying. Or being bored for a long period of time may increase your chance of dying. That's how I'd rephrase it. It can be a bit frustrating, especially if you have to stand in the corners though. Like with the fire mats, because if you misplace yourself, you can easily go into lava. Well, at least they actually cited it. I just feel like their initial statement's a little bit misleading, but I get it. Oh, we do talk about Protoman's return, because I saw an LP of it and it's both frustrating and really goofy at the same time. Like, there's one section where the game decides to has some bad decisions, and then it's immediately followed by an unintentionally hilarious section. Intentionally or unintentionally, take your pick. Nonetheless, thank you for saying this work in progress. It was fun. It's more of a jokey fan game, so... And it's not even the most frustrating thing because of... Well, when I eventually play it, I'll do it. Alright. Ninth up is Woody Timber by Kroby. 77 plays and a score of 24. Huh. Now there's a name we haven't seen for quite a while. Let's try it again. Ninth up is Woody Timber by Kroby. 77 plays and a score of 24. Ah, Kroby. Now there's a name we haven't heard for quite a while. Glad to see they're still making levels. I'll eventually play Program's Return, maybe for April Fools. Heck, I'll eventually play Mikuman X2. I see a target up there. I don't know if I can reach it though. I'll give it one more try. Nope. Maybe I have to jump over it. Nope. Whoop. If only I got the orange key. Man, I'm taking a lot of damage here. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's gonna remind me of Salt. Salt is basically a 2D Souls-like. It's probably gonna be closer to Symph or Hollow, using the names you've provided. That's how we get the orange key. I was overtaking it. Okay, I'm trying to... These enemies can be kind of annoying to deal with. Ah, they're not going after me. What's behind this door? Ooh. Metal factory. Thank you for giving me the wheel cutter. Otherwise, this would be a whole lot more difficult. checkpoint. Pluto. Thanks. And of course we get Tango from him. Oh, wait. Sorry. This was optional all along. Okay. Well, she is a chainsaw too. It's kind of difficult because we have armored enemies. This is difficult because we have armored enemies, enemies we can't destroy, and durable enemies who deal a decent chunk of damage, and if they activate can go straight for me. Still not as difficult as the patio stages, but something to take note. That's down there. I think a regular spike would have sufficed, but this is a fairly well-constructed stage, but it is difficult due to the limiting factors I already outlined. What? You can jump over the tree? What? No, I did it too early. Right now, this is the second hardest level of this episode, behind the patios. But it feels distinct from the patio's difficulty as everything feels much more polished and well put together. Bye. No healing, please. Good enough, let's go. Ah, phew. Tail if it was more difficult. G to the G. A difficult, albeit fairly well-constructed stage, but its main difficulty is the combination of armored enemies, you know, those enemies who act like turrets while on the barrel, the spinies, and of course, the super gear enemies, which are fairly durable and deal a decent chunk of damage, and become more hazardous near the end when they're right next or on top of those conveyors. And with the threat of instant death in half the stage, more than half, that's what makes it trickier. Brown. For some reason. Okay. And despite some of my frustration I listed out, I think I'll mark this as being my honorable mention next to Monsoon Man stage. It's just that I recommend this only to people who are already somewhat skilled in Mega Man Maker's intricacies, especially with the side jump maneuver. Otherwise, you'll be in for a world of hurt. Before I do the next stage, let me take a look at one of the levels on the most popular queue. Two of them. Tenth up is Liquid Metal, Mercury's Target Practice by Lancer. 1-for-1 play, score 56. Maybe it was a mistranslation. In order to escape, we need to fully refill our health. So we'll need 14 of them. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Yeah, I know, I missed the target somewhere. But how do I reach it? And yes, I know. I guess the other side? Yeah, that's probably it. Whoa, that's nearly full. One left. And that's all. Clever. I like it. And now in order to escape, I need to form the key. I mean, I get full heals anyways, so... It's not like damage boosting costs anything. Where do we submit level packs? Under level submission. Under the hashtag level submission channel. Oh. This is how we were supposed to do this. Right now, Saturday, this evening is currently filled, so I'll cover, if you submit a level pack, I'll cover it tomorrow, not tomorrow, next Saturday evening. Got it. Thank you. Oh, this is why we need to break them. Alright. 4 times the charm, I suppose. I always prefer the level packs have NSF replacements. It makes them stand out more. That was the last one. Whoa. Back down to 1 HP. You know the drill. Wait. Oh. Oh. Interesting, even segments. This is cool. Is the boss fight also gonna include this mechanic? I think it is. Or he's gonna immediately fall and die. Invisible. Alright. The way it fell was a bit janky, but it works. GG. This is a rarity. A level on the most popular queue which was actually legitimately interesting. Kinda wish there was one more section, maybe like the second one, but otherwise, it gets my thumbs up. Okay, let's see. Let me do your levels and then I'll move on to art. 11th up is Marble Palace by Oscar. 75 plays, score 28. Best quality? Sure. I'll take a look at it after this stage. And after I take a dip in this magma pit. Any caterpillars gonna show up? Yeah, this is basically Marble Zone from Sonic 1, isn't it? Minus the caterpillars. See ya. See ya. You know, this would be more accurate if we were actually chased... well... You know, after Green Hill Zone, this stage was... well, it did mix up the pacing. Oh, they added OGG support? Good. I knew that, but full support is even better. With full OGG support, you basically can now just replace songs with anything. So the sky's the limit with them. No longer you're limited to 8-bit and some 16-bit tracks. Yeah, basically Marble Zone sans the caterpillars and being chased by the lava. We even have pressing the switches. Pushing the blocks onto switches. Alright, here's the fire. I need to watch Saddam eventually. I need to get faster. If you just try changing NSF to OGG, it will crash the game. Is there also a spring that... This engine doesn't really have horizontal springs. Well, it does have the bouncy balls, so I guess that'd be the closest thing. Marble Zone wasn't my least favorite zone in Sonic 1. That, of course, is going to be Labyrinth Zone. But it is kind of a pace breaker coming from Green Hill Zone and Spring Yard after it. It's interesting because in Sonic 1 there was like two kinds of stages, or technically three. The relatively faster paced stages and the relatively slower paced stages. Green Hill, Spring Yard. Oh. Green Hill, Spring Yard, Starlight, and part of Scrap Brain are part of the faster ones. Whereas Marble, Labyrinth, and the last part of Scrap Brain are the slower ones. They were still trying to nail down what the feel of the game should be. Thankfully in Sonic 2 they fixed it, and most of the stages are relatively faster paced. With the recent update, Robin Jack, you're now able to, in the editor, change the astrogate speeds. With 1.8.4 you can now change the astrogate movement speed. So they made it slower. Also, unlike the original Marble Zone, the lava is a lot more deadly. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, because Sonic 1 also had the spike bug in the original releases. But lava didn't behave like spikes. I don't hate Marble Zone, it's definitely not as frustrating as Labyrinth. But I kinda prefer the faster zones. I said this before and I'll say it again. Labyrinth Zone would have been far less hated if we actually had the spin dash in Sonic 1. My main issue with Labyrinth Zone isn't so much the oxygen mechanic, it's how you're slowed down quite a bit there, and regaining momentum can be a pain. Having the spin dash should resolve those issues. Also, it wasn't really help with the slower pace of the stage overall. Like, compare Labyrinth Zone to Aquatic Ruin. Aquatic Ruin is also a water-based stage, but it keeps the pace going better. If you want even a better example, take Hydrocity Zone, or Hydro City Zone, take your pick. A mostly underwater stage, but keeps the pace going much better. Labyrinth was originally one of the last zones too, wasn't it? Yeah, hey Robotnik. To be honest, I much prefer playing Sonic 2 and beyond than Sonic 1. Sonic 1 is rough in a bunch of spots. And Spring Yard did have a spiritual successor with Casino Night and all of its family members. I get what they're trying to do with Spring Yard. Show off the physics engine, go fast, bounce. GG. Okay, I'm gonna check out one best quality stage and then I gotta say, this is... was this the entire Marble Zone you replicated? It just felt... I think it's only like Act 1 and part of Act 2, as we didn't go from right to left once. Probably just Act 1. And minus the missing Caterpillar analogs, I guess it was a fairly accurate recreation. Starlight is fun, but a bit too... simplistic? I don't know. I've read... Let me see... Oh, no, that's not it. I would like to play some best quality, but... most of these are fairly older. I'd rather save another stream for that. And I'm pretty sure I played a bunch of these before, but they weren't actually recorded. So I think this is the point where we'll transition over to the next section. So overall, of the 11 levels I played in today's morning stream, my favorite one would be World 6 Extra Level Beam High Security by the Patio, with 2 honorable mentions going to Monsoon Man Terror of Turbulence by Wawa Wood and Woody Timber by Kroby. Good job, E-Tree, and thank you to everyone else who submitted your levels. Really appreciated. See, Mega Nebula. Considering what happened in the last React stream, I'll show this first video off when I get to memes plus reacts. Sorry, too many fun levels otherwise. How about this? I'll do Maker X right after the first break next time. Long story short, the last memes plus react stream got blocked worldwide due to showing that Pikmin short. Oh yeah, see you in Cyber Washington. Okay, let me set up the music. So with all of that said and done, it is time for the art showcase. From Chips. Ah, I like your socks. Ninja Log Resprite. He does look... He probably should be decreased by half a head in terms of height. Right now he's rather tall. Resprite of Iceman and Hypno Woman. Neat. Plus the way you drew him, he almost looks like he wouldn't be out of place in the X series. Or in between the X series. $8-hour layover, so I decided to draw their two favorite RMs. Quick and Crash. Liking the dynamic movements and Crashman's more maniac look. It's alright. Recreate Battery Man and Molten Man from the now cancelled Next/Extra Fan game. Ooh, this design looks cool. It's like he's a flaming coal in the center. Flaming core. Dark Doom, more like a Kirby boss now. Delightful Sonic fan designs. This was done by Delightful Sonic Fan Designs. Pretty nice work. Pretty cute too. Not gonna show it here. It's an SFW. Rockman Revolution. Yeah, I think this looks fine. It's the style, maybe slight polishing could be done, otherwise it works. Yoshi and Shy Guy. Best of friends. I mean, the box art's fine right now. So this marks the end of the art showcase. Thank you to everyone who either submitted levels, submitted their art, or just participated in chat. It's due to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for the channel. It is really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, or the site formerly known as Twitter, and Mastodon as well, and join the Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play.